Okay, welcome everybody to the Northwest Indiana Pagan Pride Blue Moon Ritual. Thank you for those who are here, and thank you for those who may watch later. I am so glad you're here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to have a little bit of screen sharing and then move into the ritual where I will probably shut down the screen sharing so that we have face-to-face as we move through some of the ritual. There will be a guided meditation and I'll go through the outline when I bring up the presentation. So go ahead and share my screen. There we go. Okay. All right. So again, welcome to the Northwest Indiana Pagan Pride Blue Moon Ritual. So tonight we are gathering beneath the light of a rare blue moon, a moon that appears outside the ordinary rhythm of time. Throughout history, unusual celestial events have captured the imagination of humankind and reminded us that life is filled with moments of possibility, transformation, and wonder. In modern spiritual practice, the blue moon is often honored as a threshold moon, a time to release what is complete, recognize what is emerging, and consciously step into the next chapter of our lives. Tonight, we honor our individual journeys and the greater tapestry we weave together as community. So, welcome to the circle, welcome to the weave, and welcome to the blue moon. So, tonight, the supplies that will be needed will be a small candle, a piece of ribbon, yarn, cord, or thread. I happen to have a small piece of leather cordage, any color that speaks to you, a small bowl of water, and if you have a journal and pen, you might want to write down things after we have the guided meditation. Feel free to have those with you. So tonight, the outline is going to look like this. We're going to talk about what is the blue moon, several facts and information. We're going to call in the directions. We're going to set the intention, and then we're going to move into a guided meditation. Then we'll move into the magical work where we're going to do the 3 knots working, and then we'll have a little bit of sharing, and then we'll close. Any questions so far? And I can't see you, so feel free to speak up if you do have a question. So let's move to the next slide. So what is a blue moon? So the phrase blue moon originally had nothing to do with magic in general. The most common modern definition is the second full moon occurring within a singular calendar month. So this definition became popular in the 20th century after a misunderstanding of an astronomical publication spread through popular media. So it was kind of a mistake. The older definition was the third full moon in a season that contains 4 full moons instead of the usual 3. I think it equates to the same thing. It's just the wording was different. So astronomers still recognize this seasonal definition. So a blue moon occurs roughly every 2.5 to 3 years. Now, I did a little more deeper dive on this because I felt that was kind of a long time because I recall that, oh, there's quite a few blue moons that we've experienced in our lifetimes. But that is, per NASA, that is the time frame for when a blue moon will suddenly pop up into our calendar year. And then doing a little deeper dive, looking at like the European folk traditions. In medieval Europe, an extra full moon was sometimes viewed as an out of season moon, a moon that disrupted the normal order, or a time when fate could shift unexpectedly. This likely contributed to the later magical associations that we see now of rare opportunities, unexpected blessings, and changes in fortune. So the phrase once in a blue moon appears in the English literature as early as the 1500s and meant that something so rare it was almost impossible. And looking into other cultures, there isn't a whole lot of significance or any type of information surrounding the blue moon. We see it more today in our modern pagan and witchcraft traditions. So most of our magical associations we hear today developed in the 20th and 21st centuries. So modern practitioners often view the blue moon as a manifestation moon, a moon of amplified power, a moon of second chances, a moon for completing unfinished goals, or a moon for destiny work. So this is where much of our current magical literature comes from, is just the neo-pagan view of what a blue moon is. So a little interesting fun fact, there was actually a rare blue moon that was actually blue. So we know that the blue moon is not really blue at all. But however, when we have volcanic eruptions or a massive forest fires, have occasionally filled the atmosphere with particles that scatter the red light and make the moon appear blue. So some of the examples occurred after the Krakatoa eruption and the major Canadian forest fires in the 1950s. So occasionally, we as humanity have experienced a moon that was both a blue moon by name and a blue colored moon in the sky. So now we're going to go ahead and move into the ritual part. Would anybody like to volunteer to call in a direction? Nope.
I'll do so.
I will as well.
Okay. So Kelly's going to do south.
Okay.
Jamie, which one would you like to do?
I'll do north.
North?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll do
I can eat.
Oh yeah. Carradine, which one would you like to do?
I'll read west.
Okay, so then I'll do east and center.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so calling in the east, spirits of the east, winds of inspiration and new beginnings, we welcome you. Carry away old stories that no longer serve us and bring clarity to our minds and visions to our past. Be with us now. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. West. Spirits of the West. We go. Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. No.
no worries.
Proceed, whomever. Sorry.
Who's calling in south?
Oh, I am.
Yep.
Okay. Spirits of the South, flames of courage, passion, and transformation. We welcome you. Ignite the spark of possibility within us. Strengthen our hearts as we claim the next step on our journey. Be with us now. Hail and welcome.
Hail,
Hail.
Hail and welcome.
Now we go for the west.
West. Spirits of the West. Waters of healing, intuition, and remembrance. We welcome you. Wash away what is complete. Help us trust the wisdom carried within our hearts. Be with us now. Hail and welcome.
Hail and
Hail
welcome.
and welcome.
Spirits of the north, bones of the earth, stone and root, we welcome you. Ground us in strength. Remind us that all growth begins with strong foundations. Be with us now. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Calling in the center. And now we come to the center, the place where all threads meet, the place where spirit and matter, past and future, hope and memory are woven together. We call to the blue moon, the rare moon, moon of thresholds, moon of second chances, moon of becoming. Shine upon us tonight, illuminate what must be released. Reveal what is ready to grow. Bless the thread each of us carries within our hands and within our own lives. May we remember that every thread matters, every voice matters, every heart gathered here tonight matters. May our individual threads strengthen the greater tapestry of our community. Blue moon above us, earth below us, community around us, and spirit within us. The circle is cast, the threads are woven, the work begins. Hail and welcome.
Hail and
Hail
welcome.
and welcome.
Okay, so now we're going to go right into the guided meditation to kind of get us ready for the magical work that we'll do after. And now would be a good time to light your candle if you have one with you. So I'm going to go ahead and light mine. If it will light. There we go. And then if you have incense, you can light your incense as well. I need another piece of insect. All right, and so now I'm going to do a sound check. Jamie, would you be able to tell me if you can hear this when I play it?
Absolutely.
How does that sound with my voice?
Say some keywords.
How does that sound with my voice?
Your voice was higher than it.
Okay, is that good right there?
Maybe a little bit louder.
And how's that?
That sounds pretty good.
Okay, great. Can everybody else hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so get yourself comfortable. And if you want to hold your thread in your hands, that would be a good idea. So let's take a deep breath in, breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth, releasing it slowly. Breathing in again deeply and breathing out again, fully releasing this air out of your lungs. And then as you breathe, find your own gentle rhythm, breathing in and out. And as you breathe in and out, allow your shoulders to soften. Allow your jaw to relax and allow the concerns of the day to drift away. There is nowhere that you need to be right now. Nothing else you need to do. And for these few moments, just simply be present. Take in another slow breath. And as you do, feel the chair beneath you. Feel your feet connected to the earth. And feel yourself supported, comfortable, grounded, and safe. And now imagine yourself standing beneath a vast night sky. The air is cool and still. And above you, countless stars shine like ancient fire. Before you rises a great blue moon, larger than any moon you have ever seen. Its light is silver and blue, soft and luminous. Its glow spills across the land, bathing everything in mystery. And take a moment to simply stand beneath for that. And focusing on your breath, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Allow yourself to feel the moon's presence, to feel its wisdom, to feel the invitation it offers. Soaking in that beautiful silvery light into your body, into your spirit. And there's a path before you. And as you begin walking forward, you notice it unfolds before you. It is a path woven from thousands of threads, silver threads, golden threads, threads of deep blue, threads as dark as raven feathers. And each thread represents a moment in your life, a choice, a lesson, a love, a loss, a victory, or a dream. You walk slowly along this woven path, noticing the richness of the tapestry beneath it. Nothing has been wasted. Not the joy, not the mistakes, not hear the heartbreak and not the triumph. Every experience has become part of the weaver. Ahead, illuminated by the light of the blue moon, stands an ancient weaver. You may see this weaver as one of the Norns, as a goddess or god, as a beloved ancestor, or even your higher self, or simply as a presence of wisdom. And as you step forward and approach, the weaver smiles. Without speaking, they place a single thread into your hand. This is your thread, the thread of your becoming, the thread of the life that is calling you now. Look at it. Color it. How does it feel in your hand? Is it smooth? Is it strong? Is it bright? Heavy? Or is it alive? Take a moment to notice all the intricacies of your thread. And then the weaver gently gestures for you to follow the thread forward. And as you do, the thread begins to close. It stretches forward into the future, and you follow it, walking gently beneath the blue moon. And as you continue to walk, follow the thread. You see yourself, not who you were, not who others expected you, but who you are becoming. Observe this future self. Notice how they carry themselves. Notice the confidence in their posture. Do they have wisdom in their eyes? Is there peace within their spirit? What gifts have they claimed? What truth do their eyes show? And what strength may they have embraced? And as you face your future self, take a moment to receive whatever message they have or ask a question. Allow it to step in. And as your future self quiet, look down at your hand and see the thread that is still there, flowing softly, alive with possibility. And ask yourself, what am I ready to meet? And then ask yourself, what am I ready to complete? And then ask, what am I ready to claim? All of these answers can be feelings, images, desires, dreams. The blue moon shines brightly overhead. Its light pours into the thread that you're holding, into your heart, into your spirit, into every part of your being. Feel yourself filled with clarity, with courage, with possibility. And know that you do not walk this path alone. You are supported by those who came with you, by those who walk beside you in everyday life and on your spiritual journey. You are part of a greater tapestry. So there will be those who come after you, just like there are those that have come before you. A living weave of connection, community, and purpose. And holding on to the piece of your thread. Take one final look at the blue. Offer gratitude for its presence. Offer gratitude for your journey. Offer gratitude for the thread you carry. And then slowly allow yourself to come back. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your body. Feel the chair beneath you. Feel your feet upon the earth. And take a deep breath in. And then slowly release. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and come back to the present. How is everybody? Is everybody back?
Mm-hmm.
Yay, I always ask because
Yay.
I've had a couple of times when not everybody was back. Hi, Amy, welcome.
Hey.
Okay. So if you have a journal and you want to write down the information that maybe you received from the weaver or your future self, feel free to do it, or what you were releasing, what you were bringing in. I'll just give you a couple minutes if you'd like to write that down. And then we'll move into the magical workings. And it will be good to remember if you have the questions were what do you want to release? And then what are you calling in and what are you claiming, I believe, are the three. Give you the, and if anybody feels like sharing, that would be fine.
I'll share a little something just
Okay.
in general. So earlier today, there's some synchronicity here. Earlier today, I did a ritual spread with my oracle cards, and basically I draw some cards, and like the first card that I draw is what I have to do to like start the ritual, and then each card is a different part of the ritual. And my first card involved with thread work, releasing things, calling in things with the thread work. So that was like right there. I was like, all right, it's
That's
pretty amazing.
fantastic.
So it's like I've already was contemplating on what I needed to release. And I will say that my thread in the journey was quite beautiful. It was like a thick red silky thread with like gold glittering out in it, and then like gold glowing around it. And it had like a very soft silky feel.
Mm-hmm.
But if you rubbed it the other way, it was like rough. But there
Oh,
was like a
interesting.
lesson in there about being smooth, being able to be smoothed back down after. So it was like a lesson in the thread too. So that was pretty
That
cool.
is interesting. With some of the Norn workings that we did, especially with the Norns class, one of the discussions, and when we're talking about the weave, is the undercurrent of what we're not looking at. And that reminds me when you said what the roughness underneath is what we're not paying attention to, but it's still being woven into our tapestry.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
eventually you'll have to pay attention to it because it's going to affect your future.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, so if everybody would like to take their thread, we're going to start as simple, not magic, nothing too dramatic, but I just felt it was, since we're building community and all of us are part of the community, our threads are part of the community, I felt this was like a really beautiful thing to do. So for the first one, it's called the 3-knot working. Our first knot is going to be release. So I want us to think about what we are releasing on this blue moon and tie a knot. So we are going to tie the knot. And then once your knot is tied, repeat after me. I release what has completed its work in my life.
I release what has completed its work in my life.
And then just take a moment to think about what we're releasing, whether it was a burden, whether it was painful, whether it was a joy, and just give gratitude for the lessons that this brought into our lives. Now, the second knot that we're doing is an empowerment knot. So the second knot you could tie and say something like this: I call in my strength, my wisdom, my courage, whatever it is that you want to call in to empower this next moon cycle. And then tie your knot. And then once your knot is tied, you've spoken what you're bringing in, we could just say, we call in the empowerment of this knot to lead us through the next cycle. And the third knot is the destiny knot, is the future knot. So we want to think about what we're claiming, what we're bringing. We're thinking about what we're empowering. Now we're thinking about what we're actually going to claim. That's the action. We're taking action and claiming what we want. So take a moment and speak that out loud. And tie that third knot. And then we're going to say, I claim the path that is waiting for me. So now I want us to take the water that we have on our altar and gently just kind of dribble the water over each of the knots. I'm going to let Captain outside really quickly. And then, once you have anointed the knots, let's hold this up and repeat after me. Okay. Are we ready? Oh, I'll wait for Carradine. Oh, okay. Rare moon above me, silver moon around me. Bless this thread, bless this path, and bless this becoming. So this thread we can keep on our altar for the next moon cycle. And then once the moon cycle is done, we can either burn it, bury it, keep it, whatever you wish to do. Those who've maybe taken the Hell class can put it in their jar, or the Norns class, you can weave it to your thread or your weave that we've created. But it's just a representation of what we are bringing in over the next moon cycle. And that is our simple blue moon working. So, anybody care to share what they were letting go of or bringing in? Just be in mind, this will be shared to a larger group. So if you don't want to share, it's totally okay. But for me, I could just say, I think one of my releasing was definitely this next phase of grief going through. So if you've lost somebody that you've loved, grief comes in waves. It's not linear. It doesn't matter the amount of time that has been gone. I know we've all lost people. So just be gentle with yourselves when those anniversaries come up, or the feelings come up, that it ebbs and it flows. And so this was the 3-year anniversary of Will's death this past week. So part of my release is letting that part go and then being open to what comes in place of that grief that I had just released. So that is kind of what I was releasing. From an empowerment standpoint, I fully want to step into myself, into the light, no more hiding. I'm ready to face the world. I'm ready to let go of being afraid of what's coming. And then I'm claiming my future, that it's going to be okay, that everything that I manifest, that I need, that I want is going to come to fruition because of the hard work. And so that is kind of my 3 knots for this working. So I want to thank all of you. So I have a closing little thing that we can do. So I'm going to share my screen again. Go right into this. And we're going to move to the next slide, which is, I have a community blessing that I would like to say. So may our dreams be nourished. May our hearts be healed. May our homes know peace. May our communities know strength. May those who are grieving find comfort. May those who are struggling find support. And may those who seek purpose find their way. May we remember that none of us walk alone. So it is, and so shall it be. And then the closing of the circle. Blue moon, we thank you for your light and your blessing. Spirits of the directions, ancestors, and powers of place, we thank you for your presence and your wisdom. Go if you must, stay if you will. May the thread we have woven tonight continue to guide us in the days ahead. The circle is open, but never broken. And I'm going to stop my share. And so that was it, just a simple.
It was perfect. Thank you, Kat. Absolutely perfect.
So much. I loved it.
Thank you. It was
Yeah.
beautiful as always.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. And
Thank
I just found it so interesting because that a blue moon happens every 2.3 or 3 years. And I'm sitting here going, that can't be right.
Yeah,
That can't be right.
that's
I feel like
good.
it's
Oh my
happening.
boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel
I
like
did.
it's happening all the time. You
Yeah,
know?
and I did ask the question. I did the research. I'm like, what is this? Does this mean every month it's every 2 to 3 years? It'll pop up
Right.
like, maybe April or May. And it came back, no, NASA says it's every 2.3 years. It just
Wow.
feels like it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's some further research to be done there, because I just feel that either I wasn't looking in the right place, or it just feels like we're at least having one every year.
I know. It does. It does.
So I think I honestly think it has to do with the calendar year, that certain months will have a blue moon.
Because
And
they're longer. Yeah, especially like leap year.
yeah, because leap year will have an effect, right? Some months have 31 days, which definitely change that 29. I think it's 29.5 days for the moon cycle. So how many months do we have with 31 days? And I don't know how they figured it out, but I do think that we are seeing, like, I know we had one last year. I believe, unless I'm just running my
Yes,
ears
we
together.
did.
Yeah.
It seems
So
like we did. And I think it's like I know that like on TikTok and Instagram,
Mhm.
it's like I'm constantly getting these flashes of, it's a pink harvest moon, it's this, it's that. So I think that that's where I get confused with, wow, I know that I've had more than like one, blue moon and
Mhm.
within the last 6 months or whatever, right?
Right.
So it's
So I
just
might have to dig a little more. Maybe we go off on the rabbit hole, like research to find
right.
out like how often are we seeing those. But then
Yeah,
again, we're forced into this Julian calendar,
right.
which
Mm-hmm.
takes us away from the actual moon cycles. And
Yeah.
so when you look at it seasonally, when they say it is the fourth moon in a season,
Oh,
but then how long is the season? So I've got all these questions after my research. I'm like, it's unanswered.
it
So
is.
yeah, the Farmer's Almanac, I probably should have looked there first. I didn't even look at that.
I
But
didn't think that.
yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe and that's probably why the earlier civilizations didn't really pay attention to the extra full moon because they weren't really counting
Mm-mm.
12 months on a calendar. It was the third they were go following a lunar cycle.
Right. They didn't care if
So
it was May 31st. It was
right.
just right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's interesting how we have kind of pushed ourselves into this box of dates
Yeah.
and time.
So we can try to control something,
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for publicly like saying what you did with your knots. And,
Hmm.
and I think it's so appropriate because like you just said, it's the 3rd year anniversary. And if we have only had, if we haven't had, sorry, a
Yeah.
blue moon since what, 3 or 2.5 years ago, how
Hmm.
appropriate for you. Do you know
Right.
what I mean? To
Yeah.
be exactly where you're at and
Right.
with this new job. So it's just like, wow,
Yeah.
hopefully you archive this and then in 3 years we can all come back and look at it and just be
I
like,
think
oh,
it'd be
damn.
great. Yeah, to see where we all are. Like,
You know what I mean?
yes. Well,
you
it's
know?
also too like the three number,
Yeah,
3 years. That's a magical number. I think we go through those ebbs and flows spiritually, and I think when we're more tied to those sacred numbers, it's important on those things. Three is
absolutely.
definitely 3, 9, all of those numbers are really important.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
hence the three knots.
I know. No, it's so great.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, but thank you everybody for
Thank you
coming
for being here,
tonight.
everybody.
Yes, it was so good seeing you
Yeah,
all.
nice seeing you too.
And then
Thank
thank you for
you.
everybody who watches later. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're always
Yeah,
here. And thank you for Northwest Indiana Pagan Pride allowing me to share this with everybody.
yeah,
Um,
thank you.
yeah, it was so wonderful to see you all.
Yeah,
Okay.
love you guys.
Love you guys too.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.